Listen to me right now. Bulldogs are going to win this game 13 plus. Clip it, do whatever you want with it. Bulldogs are going to beat Melbourne by 14. It's not going to be like a 20, whatever. I think it's going to be a tight game, but towards the end, they're going to edge it.
I'm hoping, bro.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode, or the second episode of League Lads. I am joined here with my Bulldogs, Cowie, Mr. Hectic Fred. How are you, my brother?
Oh, could be better, bro. Could be better. Would have been better with a win, bro.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. The pain to the start of the season, we've already witnessed. We're feeling it. We know what it's like. The NRL's back, bro. And you know what we do best? We talk shit. That's what we love to do. We're going to try not to go over half an hour, which is a big goal for us because we want to keep everyone, you know what I mean, kind of in line with us. But yeah, let's start off with the first game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through what happened on the weekend. We're going to, we've got other things to discuss, and then we have to review next weekend, the round that's coming up. So
yeah,
let's hit it straight away, my brother.
Yalla.
Melbourne and Para. How was that game? I watched that game. It was like it was a bit of torture, to be honest with you, because it went extra time, and it was just like it didn't get extra time because it was such a good game. It went extra time because of Cameron Munster, and just because there was no quality in like for the footy all around.
I went to the game, cuz.
You went to? Oh yeah, you did go to that game.
I went to the game just to annoy Para fans.
Give him some context. You went to the game with a Bulldogs flag,
with
was
a
it?
full Bulldogs, like we had like 9-10 people there. They had like a banner that wasn't registered of like a Bulldog choking an eel and all that, and we had guys with like a megaphone just yelling into the mic.
Absolute banter.
Cause most of the fans were mad, like especially when Para scored, they were all like giving it to us, but like with a smile on their face. Like,
that's what we love, bro. It
was the best. Like,
it's what we love, because that's what we love about the game.
But then on the way out, bro, we saw the psychopaths like their megaphone on the way out and driving some of these crazy like.
Was that Combank, yeah?
Junky looking Eels fans just going insane, but it was all worth it. Like it was all for fun, you know.
Yeah, no, well, that's what we love about
the game itself. Like, yeah, it was mad only because it went to extra time, and then that try, like on that side when you scored.
Oh, you sat next to it.
Like, yeah, but a little bit higher up. But we saw the try happen, unfold, and it was sick. Like, it was a mad way to end the game. But the actual game itself was just, it was actual torture. Like, no one could hold onto the ball. Most of the players were not playing very well.
That was like, what is it, 80 minutes of torture, and then you had to watch another 5 minutes. I think Harry Grant scored in the 5th minute.
But it was good. Like, at the end of the day, man, it was first game of rugby league. Everyone was G to have it back. Both teams were missing a lot of players, especially Melbourne. Like, they've lost a lot of players to like just them leaving the team.
And we've seen that. It's round one as well, so everyone's going to be a bit sloppy. Like, we always know that the first 2 rounds are a bit iffy, a bit has gone. Even with trials, bro, you see like the weirdest result in trials. But, bro, that was, for me, that was torture. I was telling Tanaka, me and Tanaka were messaging in the group, and Tanaka's like, bro, I wish this game was like went extra time because it was good. It wasn't. It was just like torture, knock-ons, and
it was close.
It was close, yeah.
Because both teams were playing not that well.
That's right. And I don't think you can write off any of them teams for the season.
No, it's one game, dude. Yeah. No, you can never write off a team after one game. Yeah, maybe the Dragons, but we haven't seen it play yet.
This week, bro, apparently they lost to the bye. The Dragons.
It was a close game.
They might have got the result.
You never know, bro. Like, if Redcliffe can look good with that roster, then every team the hopes, like, even if you lost in round 1, you can still have some faith, you know.
Yeah, like Roosters lost last year to Newcastle, I think it was. So that happens in the first round. People get sloppy, but what doesn't happen? Well, what doesn't change is Cameron Munster.
Yeah,
the guy's just a freak, bro. Like, when I don't know, it's players like him is what make people love watching the game, because it's someone that just, bro, his finger. We seen a footage of him. Was it yesterday? His finger was like the bone was sticking out, and like the guy comes on the second half, absolutely just takes control of the game, bro. He's just. I wish he was a New South Wales boy, man. I really wish he was New South Wales, but it is what it is, man. Tell me about Cam Munster, bro.
He's truly the epitome of a rugby league player.
Literally.
He's just tough, like not the biggest guy, he's not the quickest. But man, he's got heart. He's got that dog in him, you know what I mean?
He is him.
And he's him, bro. And like he's done it. He's done it time and time again. Constantly when the games get tough, he's the man to step up. He had that dog in him. He's him, bro. And time again, he's clutch, bro.
Big games too, bro. He just shows up in all the big games. He just says, boys.
Yalla, boys.
I think that's why he's worth that money too, bro.
Give him the ball. Get out of the way.
And he's just so weird, like. He just makes the game freeze, bro. He will just like do like a little shitty dummy. He'll suck 3 players in and he'll just be like, okay. And then he'll just start running. We'll be opening a gap. But Munster, man, I wish he came to the Dogs, bro.
It's like he slows down time, bro.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's that kind of player, bro. But Melbourne got the win. I think Para should have done better, man. I think Para was more in control of that game.
Should have won that game.
I think Moses should have absolutely finished that game off. And it's round 1. It's early to speak. But I think that's the downfall. I think that's what Para suffer with the most, you know? In the big games, finish the game off, get the result. They don't do that.
I really want to give credit to Hopgood as well for Parramatta. That was a great start.
Shout out to you, my super coach, my brother.
Man, he killed
101 points or something.
He was like the best forward on the park. Christian Welch was amazing too.
He's always amazing.
And I'm expecting a lot more from Mitch Moses next week because that was, in my opinion, the worst game I've seen him play.
Yeah, he wasn't up
maybe ever, or at least in a Parramatta jersey.
Yeah, I think
they should have won that game.
I think I don't know about his contract too. It's getting a bit ugly. I just think he should just get it solved, get it sorted, bro, and just leave him alone, let him play. But yeah, man, we'll move on to the next game. That was the Melbourne Para game. We'll move on to the next game quickly, summarise it. Warriors and Newcastle. Then I don't want to go through every single game every week because it takes a lot of time, but your boy Bunty if I was scored.
I told, man, there's going to be a clip coming up, bro. I was just kept saying, he's like, they kept decoying him, bro, dummying to him and not giving him the ball. He was like, he's had a hologram of Bunty just running decoys. I'm like, give him the ball, bro, he'll make something happen. Literally, as soon as I say that, he gets the ball, scores.
He's just so hard to tackle.
He's the man mountain, bro, with the best hair in the entire competition. How can you not love Bunty?
I remember you were telling me last week, before the game, you looked at me, bro, Bunty, man. I'm like, what's his obsession with Bunty?
Bro, he's the man.
Yeah.
Bro, now, the game went exactly how I sort of thought it would. Ponga looked good at times, but man, I swear more passes hit the ground than hit the...
Yeah, he needs some help, man. I think he needs some help, bro.
I think it's just like, all right, it was his first game, but you can't really get a better team to have your first game against than
the Warriors.
Than the Warriors.
But away too, man. The way at home, Warriors were at home.
Yeah, Tohu Harris, man, what a player as well. Dude, he's just... I
stuffed up. I should have brought him into Supercoach earlier, man, but now I gotta go there and spend the cash.
Never too late, bro.
I gotta go there and spend the cash, my brother. Now we gotta spend the cash.
But yeah, Knights, a lot of things to work on. They had plenty of opportunities to win that game and just couldn't get past the Warriors' defense. And Chansey, man, he's had a bit of a rough start, but the longer the game went on, the better he looked. He just looked more and more at home.
I rate him so much, bro. He's like, I felt bad when Canberra let him go. I understood with the Savage kind of thing, but man, a player like that, he's reliable and he might have a bad game here and there, but he can score you points. He can defend as well. He's not really the best in defense and under high balls, but bro, no fullback really is.
Dude, you know what you're gonna get from Chansey, regardless of what's happening, regardless of the result of the game or how it's going. You know he's always gonna give 110%, and the Warriors have needed players like that for a long time.
That's right.
So that it showed he just never stopped trying, never stopped supporting, never stopped running.
Absolutely.
And the team got rewarded for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I love the Warriors, man. I hope they do well. Bro, I want them to play every game at their home, bro. I think they deserve it after what they've done. I spoke about it a lot of times. Moving on to the big game that happened this week. The upset, really, because for me, it is an upset still, but I really rate Brisbane, bro. For many reasons. They're a big club, bro. Like, when they get going, especially when their fans are backing them. But they got the win at Bluebet, man, at Penrith's home ground. I think Penrith, when was the last time they lost it?
Para.
What, last year, yeah? But before that streak was just so crazy, bro.
Yeah, so it just shows how valuable someone like Adam Reynolds is. Without him, they don't come close to winning that game.
And I think Api Coruscant missing from Penrith was a massive, massive loss for them, bro.
Sonny Luke looked really good when he came on.
Yeah, but they brought him on. They're going to do that, you know what I mean? I don't think they're going to start him now.
No. Mitch Kenny, look, he did all right, but Sonny Luke was he's the type of hooker that the team likes to play with more.
He's quick.
He's quick, but he's aggressive, man. He's always looking to attack. Whereas I don't really get that vibe from Kenny. He's a different type of hooker.
Mitch Kenny's more school, textbook hooker. Just does his job, do what he got to do.
Fundamental, defends really well, but Adam Reynolds is just unbelievable, dude. He's kicking actual surgical precision.
Upsets me how we never went for him, bro.
Yeah, man.
He really.
Look, as a guy, I just don't understand. I just appreciate the game. I appreciate his skill set. I don't understand why. I didn't understand it at the time. I understand it, but I wouldn't have let him go if I was Sydney.
Till this day, I don't understand it. And maybe as what's his name, Lockie Elias gets better and better, we might understand it.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on him later.
But yeah, we will, because he had an absolute belt of a game. But bro, someone like Adam Reynolds, but being part of that club for so long, I think you just have to reward him with whatever he wants. They're the kind of players that you just got to do it, bro.
Good sevens, especially, are a very rare commodity in this league. Look at how many players are trying their best to develop a good seven and aren't really doing well.
Very, very
Sometimes, man, it was a very good thing for them to get him, make him captain, and as long as he stays healthy, they're a top 4 threat.
Easily.
But that's really where it comes down to. His durability is, if he misses long, like even in that game, he's wincing in pain, clutching at his back. You know,
it's more of it's like a Tom Trbojevic kind of thing too.
Yeah, if he can't stay healthy, then the team's gonna suffer, because I don't think they have someone that is cut from that same cloth or can really help. Can do the things that he can do. There aren't that many people in the league, but that can do that. But they're gonna definitely miss him if he goes down, and I don't think they win that game without him.
Nah. This the kick in the game management in the last 5 minutes was crazy. I also want to talk about Ezra Mann, bro. Because he had a game, bro. Like they stuck their faith in him. You know what I mean? Tamari Martin was playing good last year for him. They said, "No, we got Ezra Mann. Let's stick to what we have." They got Reece Walsh in. We still haven't seen him play in the Brisbane jersey yet. But bro, he was unbelievable. But I want to give a shout out to the biggest thing of that whole game, and he gave me Origin Queensland Maroons vibes. Their defense, bro. Their defense won them the game basically. Yeah. Like Luai, they just knew. Like they let Cleary play. They didn't really shut him down as much as we thought, but they shut Luai down. And Cleary, sometimes without Luai, it's very hard to get that left edge going. You know what I mean? And Penrith, for me, bro, they just become just in that game. Obviously we still haven't watched enough to say, but very predictable, man. I think against tough defense, it's going to be hard for them to put some points on the board.
Yeah, no, I think, look, they definitely have a lot to work on. They definitely missed the players that they lost, but give them a few games, man, they'll be back to
I think that. I think that as well.
I just feel like that team will figure it out, dude.
Yeah, especially they're all used to each other as well. But that was a beautiful. That was a game that literally solidified defense wins games, bro. Yeah. Big shout out to them. Now we're gonna get into the topic that we don't want to get into, the painful one. I'm not wearing my Bulldogs kit today, Mr. Freddy's. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Look, I tipped Manly. I knew Manly would win just because I don't think we're ever good in the first game of the season. And I don't think we're good at Manly's home ground. I think we always get beat there. I didn't expect us to lose like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, obviously, we the first 20 was all Manly. Then we sort of worked our way back into the game. Then the sin bin happened. And then it's like the second half, bro, they just...
I think, you know what it is, bro?
I don't want to pin it on just the sin bin, but that was a major turning point.
It's a big point, and I'm going to explain it because Manly were frustrated in the first half. They couldn't score more than a try, you know what I mean? And we were level. I think it was 6-4. 6-4 to the sin bin, and they were frustrated, you know what I mean? And probably eventually they would have cracked us.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or we would have cracked them. Like, it could have went either way, you know what I mean? But that sin bin, Tom Trbojevic deserves a bloody... I don't know what they call him, Emmys.
Yeah, give him an Oscar, bro.
Give him an Oscar, bro. Like, off the bat, that was like, bro. And I get it, like, I get why he's doing that. You know, he's trying to win the game for his team. But come on, man. Like, that. Time and time again, we're going to see refs do this shit, bro. Yeah, it's going to piss me off, bro.
I didn't know. I was at the game. Great stadium, by the way.
Yeah, you like the vibe?
4 Pines Park. Great stadium. Yeah. Was definitely worth the trip, especially if we left there with points. But I was a bit depressed on the way back.
That's fine.
Like, great ground. I couldn't really see it live though. They only had one screen.
I was losing it, man.
And it was hard to see. So when I got back and rewatched, I'm like, yeah, look, that was not a good sin bin. But at the end of the day, they happen. You have to, as a team, respond. Like, that's a bad team to go down to 12 against because Manly spread the ball so well. But we have to respond better. And yeah, they got 2 tries when
they scored off our mistakes, really.
And look, the Dogs were hopeless. Yeah. Like Matt Burton, bro. And nobody loves Burton more than me.
Yeah.
That was the worst game I've ever seen him play.
I think he'll agree with you too.
That was worse than the game against the Dragons last year. We kicked 2 out on the full. Kicked two out on the full against Manly. Kick out, like Viliami kick out. They're calling him now because he's kicked the ball out. Why he got the ball on last tackle in the first place, I don't know.
Kiraz as well going to HIA the end of this first half.
He didn't want to go off, but every team goes through that a ton of times. So
yeah, I'm not complaining about it, but they need to fix that up.
Look, we did have a lot of there were some good things to come out of the game. Reid Marnie was the best player on the entire park, without a doubt. It was just unbelievable, dude. Was
shout out to him,
strings,
bro.
Man. Everybody was giving Flano a tough time on social media. I don't get how you can blame him for that loss.
He actually played very well.
Burden by far was the worst player on the field. Was definitely the reason. If I had to blame a half, it would be Burden, not Flano. Flano just needs to get his hands on the ball more. When he puts some kicks in, they look good. He defends really well for especially a guy at that size. You know, I'm not putting the blame on him at all. I think I wasn't really that big of a fan of Brown at lock before the game.
Yeah, I don't see it.
After the game, I can see why, but I'm just not a fan of it. Nah. I sort of want a big pack. I
always loved the Bulldogs when they had a big pack. I think that's how we won. We gave fear in the other. Like we literally scare the other team. We intimidate them. Our pack gets in there. Even off the old days, you know what I mean? Like, I think we don't really play smart footy with like the middle going in as a playmaker, Isaiah kind of vibes. But that game was just, for me, if we do that again, we're gonna get punished even worse, bro. Yeah. Because like we were just so predictable. Everything was Burden, and I know everyone's gonna blame Burden, and rightly so, because when you're the star of the team, when you're winning, everyone praises you. But you know, when you don't get the job done, people are gonna come for you,
especially
and that's fair.
When it's obvious that you're not getting the job done, like so many passes to ground, kicks out on the full. He's got to be better, man.
I think our last tackle options have to be better. I think Serraldo will look at that and be like, look, boys, that was shocking. That was absolutely not what we came to do, you know what I mean?
But I just want to say, I highly doubt that we're going to play that badly, especially kick out and Burden. I don't expect a game like that. Yeah, I think
they'll bounce back, man.
They'll bounce back.
I just don't want us, like we said in episode 1, I don't want us to be predictable, bro.
Yeah.
Everything was Burden, kick out. Everything.
And that's what I was worried about.
And I was like, man, like, come on, go to the right. Trust in Flanagan a bit. Let him ball play. Let him get the ball out. You know what I mean? Like, we got good wingers, bro.
All our attack is on that side. Yeah. Alamotti and Adokar on that side as well. So, and look, I still want to give Parham a few games at fullback, but
I don't really rate him, but it's still early, of course.
He ran the ball well, but he's looking like Hawaii that game. So I just want to.
I don't want us to go down that loophole, man.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm getting those vibes again, so I just want to give him a few more weeks. But I think I like Carraz or Averillo at fullback.
I think Averillo for me, our fullback will be the best option,
because Averillo goes to fullback. If it's not working out, Averillo goes to fullback. You put Jarrell Skelton at the centre, and you have another gun that gets unleashed, I'm telling you. But I was really happy with our bench, especially Preston and Pele. Like, I don't understand how Pele got 10 minutes. I know his gas tank was low back in the day, especially last year. Like, he looked like he could only play 10 minutes, but he didn't look that bad. But then again, I was watching it live. He didn't look that bad at all. Came up with an amazing hit on, I think it was Tuolangi. That was one of the biggest hits I've seen live since at least Kane Evans smashed Cassiano, but Preston as well. I kept telling you, he's a special player.
He's got a big heart, bro.
He's a tank.
I feel like players like that is what we need and what our club is built upon. You know what I mean? Players that love the badge, man. I want to see Josh Reynolds too. Apparently he's injured for another week, I think, or two.
Couple of weeks, yeah. But I think we're not going to see him until Belmore minimum.
Yeah, round 5?
Round 3.
Round 3? Okay, well, that's fair, really. Man, I just hope we bounce back.
Yeah.
Take that one on the chin, round 1. Let's refresh, recoup, and go again. And if not, if Perham doesn't go good again, I want Averillo at fullback.
I'll give him another month. Like
I think 4 games. I think 4 or 5 games is fair. You know what I mean?
If we're looking stiff in attack with Perham at fullback, by round 6 maybe switch it up a bit.
Hopefully, man. That was the Bulldogs L game. Yeah. Cowboys Raiders, nail biter, went down to the wire. Chad Townsend was the only point of separation with that field goal. Rick Stewart came out after the game and he just blasted the NRL, and I don't know why. I don't want to get into that.
When doesn't he, man?
Yeah, when doesn't he? But I feel like sometimes he has a point. And, bro, the Raiders looked like the way out. They were just on their feet, bro. They couldn't... I think he was complaining about the weather. He reminded me of Klopp a bit, but that's the game, bro. What do you do?
Live from Arsenal Fan TV, right? It was been raining. But it was humid. It was very humid there. That's sort of part of the reason why I tipped the Cowboys. But the Cowboys are really good. Then sort of eased up on the accelerator a bit.
That was so good in the first half.
Smashed them down the middle, bro. Like, their backs and forwards are so good at making meters. The Raiders forwards, apart from Tarpane, I don't think another one hit 100 meters. Yeah. Their backs did well. Now Rapana's going to be suspended for 3 games, so I feel like they're going to miss his kick. Like, you know, he does a lot of work coming out of their own end.
He's a leader as well.
He's a good player. For all the errors he makes, he's solid, man. But the Cowboys, dude, I feel like they were in control of that game, even when it was 18-all. Like, was it just a bit? Their tries were a little bit weird, the Raiders. So, but it was good to see them fight back. Usually they're the ones getting out to the lead and fading.
Yeah.
But this time around it was the opposite.
Bro,
but
Scotty Drinkwater, man.
good player,
What
man.
a player, man.
Dearden,
I love watching him.
I love Dearden
Dearden
so
is
much.
so good, bro. That you know what that Cowboys team, no one really looked at it. I say before last year.
Overachievers, dude.
No, before last year, everyone's like, no one even blinked at the Cowboys. But what they were doing is building a very, very good team. Like Chad Townsend, I don't think anybody rated him.
Yeah.
I personally never really liked him.
I did, but not
now
for that
I
much.
look at him like, I wish I had this guy next to Burden. You know what I mean?
I understood why they signed him for that much, because they needed a player like Townsend, and Townsend's
Bro,
already won a comp.
He gives a lot, man.
But yeah, at the time I was like, that's a lot of money for Townsend, but you have to pay overs for the players that you need.
That's right.
So, and it worked out for him.
Yeah.
And he's the one that kicked the field goal.
And they got Dearden as well, who's very, very good in everything, bro.
Mhm.
Like his defense, his attack, his line breaks. He's
got energy, man.
He's got energy, but he reminds me of Cameron Munster. And I remember when they picked him for Origin, I was like, listen, Queensland never picks a Queensland player's never going to disappoint you. They're always going to turn up. That's what they do. That's what they're best at. I hate to admit it. But that was a good game. Man, Raiders, I don't know, as well, a bit iffy. Sharks, Souths.
It was a good game. Ilias
Good
was great.
game. Hines was missing.
Hines was
I
missing.
think if Hines was there, they probably get the job done.
It was very, like, dude, if, like, Ilias had a crazy try save at the start, or it was more of a bomb try than a try save, but he's hit the ball out of Mulatalo's hands as he's about to, smiling
Yeah.
at the beginning of the game, and like he's basically gonna just score the try, and Ilias has hit it out, and that was the difference, I reckon. Like the game would have been a bit different if that try was scored, and that's what you get for hustling, you know. And Ilias that was his best game in the NRL, I reckon.
He was unbelievable in that game, bro. He shocked a lot of us, really.
He's still, like, people were giving him such a bad rap last year. I never really know why. Like, people always want to blame someone. He was just to blame, but the kid's
And I think he's young as well. Someone's coming in to fill Adam
Bro,
Reynolds'
he's a
boots.
kid, man.
It's
Like,
hard, bro.
He's his second year now, man, and look, he stepped up. He stepped
Definitely.
up last on Saturday night.
Even Latrell, I feel like Latrell had a good game too. Cody Walker,
And their backs,
their
dude,
backs had a good game.
all made over 100 meters, pretty sure. And even the Sharks backs, bro.
You know who we don't talk
Their
about?
Senate, Talakai and Ramian, dude, coming out of your own end, they're like having two extra forwards.
Yeah.
They'll both be very good teams this year, I reckon.
You know who I want to give raps to? Campbell Graham. Because I remember like 2 years ago, I was like, I never ever like rated him when they picked him in the Origin, like extended squad or whatever. I'm like, nah, but now I see he's like, last year I was like, yeah, bro, this guy's
always been good, bro.
He's always been good. And I said I'll put him before I put Crichton in the team. in
Yeah,
the
I would
Blues
too.
team.
I would too.
Just his defense. And you know, bro, if he gets 10 meters open, he's a tall boy, he's a big body, he's going to come over the line, he's going to score the points.
He can play multiple positions, to, like on the wing as well. He's a good player,
And
man.
he's always got like he's always cut up. So
They call him the serial killer, bro.
when you see a footy player cut up with bloody his hairs everywhere, you know he's good already.
He's tough, bro.
Yeah, he's tough as they
The
come.
head bandage.
You know what pissed me off in that game actually before we go on to the next game? The Graham Simbin. So before that, someone gets penalised. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then Wade Graham does a big hit, which is obvious, shoulder charge. Doesn't get Simbin till the play unfolds, then they Simbin him.
Yeah.
Pisses me off, bro. Like you do one call, but then the other one is just like, yeah, let's play on. You know what I mean? It was a big hit, bro.
Yeah, no,
And you don't really see that from Wade Graham. It's not really his game.
he's usually one getting
Getting
hit
them,
like that.
concussed and
Yeah.
stuff.
I remember Pritchard laid him out big time.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, no, it was he could have gone either way. No, it was obviously a sin bin, but
Definitely
But
sin bin.
that's the thing where like just mistiming it is the difference. Like
Yeah.
if he pulls that off.
No, but
that's a
I'm more about the
potential-
refs, bro.
I'm surprised Moali held the damn ball, bro.
Yeah, he
That's
didn't
what
drop
I'm more shocked about. Because that was a big hit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. The refs got to pick up the shit also. I'm going to be talking about him every single week, and I don't want to.
I feel like we're going to be doing it every
I
week.
don't want to, bro. Wallah, like it does my head in to actually blame a ref. Because it shouldn't matter. It should just be the players, it should be the teams, bang on, whatever happens.
NRL refs suck, bro.
What do we do? Let's go to history. Let's move on to history. There was a big Sunday. Was it on Sunday? Yeah, watching the John
Sunday.
Jones fight. So right after it, history was made, bro. The Dolphins, Wayne Bennett's boys.
Best coach ever,
We
bro.
didn't back him, bro. We were like,
No one backed them.
No one
Besides
did.
Redcliffe fans, bro. But
Yeah.
the fairy tale happened, brother.
that was beautiful to watch.
And it couldn't have happened against the better team. I
Yeah.
love when the Roosters lose.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
I hate them and Para, bro. So
I like the
But-
Roosters, man.
the Roosters will get better as the year progresses. They were still missing some players. Like Maria Hargraves, a big loss. But that was just so good to see, bro. So good to see. And Wayne had them playing really well, dude. And they were well drilled, spread the ball wide. Like that last try they scored off the scrum was like South Sydney, bro. Watching Souths, bro.
It was
like,
quick. It was quick.
Quick, snappy, no hesitation. Katoa and O'Sullivan worked really well together. Felice Kafusi was like an absolute tank, bro. What an absolute... Like,
He set the standard from one of those hits.
far
When
out,
he
bro.
said, boys, we are now in the NRL. I come from a big club, Melbourne, like winning mentality.
He gets
He
behind
gets
me.
it. He gets it. He knows what to do, and he rolled them up. And I think the Bromwich brothers were good.
And
But
Mark
that he did
Nichols.
to Brandon Smith,
Yeah.
where he told him, like, bro, we're not mates anymore.
Yeah.
This is the end of you now. And man, Mark Nichols was good too.
Best.
He scored a try.
Yeah, he scored.
He's the goat, eh? He's the goat.
170 meters, bro. Man, he's just... If it wasn't Kafusi, it was Nichols who was the best forward. Maybe even player on the park, bro.
No one talks about players like that, man.
Man, what a fuck. Like, there's a legend. There's a reason why Wayne Bennett wanted him big time. Because he just leads by example. He's seriously a man with zero haters.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can hate Mark Nichols.
You can't hate the guy,
Even if he
bro.
dunks on your team, bro, you'll still rate him. You
If
still
he
love him.
scores against me, I'm celebrating. It's Mark Nichols, bro.
Nah, that was a good game, bro. I can't believe... I was surprised. But, man, the fans were behind them, bro. That's what the Roosters missed. And, look, I think Roosters will bounce back. I think Teddy was just a one-man army. Sam Walker was nowhere to be seen. Brandon Smith didn't play the whole game. I think it was... I don't know if he was hurt. I didn't really watch much of the game, but... Man, if the Dolphins keep on going, I'm going to go with them this year. I'm going to say they're going to do well. Not top 8, obviously, but well for who they are.
Their depth is going to get tested, bro.
Yeah, and look, man, you have to remember they just started. They just barely got to know each other.
But yeah, very good. Man, Asako was good. Hammer was good. They all played well, man.
Yeah, well, you got to give a
And
shout out
they
to
were
them.
aggressive. And
Yeah.
that's what you want to see. And that's what you get out of Wayne Bennett. There's
And
a
that's why
reason why he's the coach. Because he makes an average player, a good player, a great player. He gets them
said
to
that
that
last
next
week.
level.
That's 100% correct, bro. I think no one can do it like him, really.
Him and Bellamy, bro.
Him and Bellamy know how to get the best out of the players, bro. So shout out to the Dolphins, man. We win against you. We tipped against you. I might tip previews this week. I haven't seen who's playing yet, but absolute history makers. Let's move on to the last game of the round. Another L for Tigers. Listen, I changed my tip last second. Everyone's like, are you serious, brother? Tigers are going to win. We're at home. This, that. I'm like, far out, man. And I changed it. I had Titans and I put up Tigers.
I was just a ton. Like, when Firma went out, that's when I started doubting it because I know how very important he is to the team. But then last second, I just said, I'm just going to leave it at Titans, bro, because I was there 4 or 5 years ago at Leichhardt when they got pumped by the Titans, and the same thing happened again.
Yeah.
That game they had Joshy Reynolds. I witnessed the crazy try from him. This time, the way he was really good.
Yeah, he played unbelievable, man.
Dude, honestly, man, the Tigers did not play that bad. They controlled this game from like.
So they don't deserve the stick that they're gonna obviously receive because they're the Tigers.
They were all over them. They were smashing them up the middle. Like I said, like their forwards are so good, but as soon as the ball goes out wide, they have the worst backline in the comp. They were all making a ton of errors. I think Brooksy and Dwighty were very good
Together?
Yeah, and bro, Brooksy was every time he touched the ball, especially on the line, looking to attack. Same as Dwighty. Especially in the second half. Appy not starting. I don't know why. If he started, I feel like they probably could have won that game or at least done better because they were 12-0 down when he came on. That's not what you want to see.
Nah.
Not that Simkin was doing bad, but there's something about
Different Appy.
Apasai. He's just there's an aura about him.
He's the best hooker in the league.
Yeah, man.
Like him and Grant and Cook.
How he's like, bruv, you paid how much money for him and you're starting him off the bench?
Doesn't make sense.
What are you, the Titans with Fafita, who also had a great game? I think Firma getting hurt now makes the Titans say, okay, let's just get him in the game more.
Which they should be doing all the time.
They should have been doing that last year. Yeah, bro, he's just a weapon when you give him the ball, and he was good, man.
He just re-signed as well, 3 years.
There
was big news going out that he was going to Brisbane, but bro, he looks like he's committed to Gold Coast.
I want to give some credit to the Titans defense, dude. I think it was 50 tackles in there. The Titans had they tackled 50 times in that.
They couldn't break them, the Tigers, huh?
They couldn't break. They went left about 30 times, and Aaron Shop closed them down every time, bro.
He's so good defensively, eh?
Dude, I know he had a couple misses, but they were just going down that left side so much. Like, if you have to make a ton of tackles, you're going to have a few misses, you know?
No, definitely, man.
But, dude, the amount of pressure that they absorbed, and then they'd go down the other end and score. it's what you want to see as a Titans fan, bro.
Yeah, so let's see how they go. It's
Both
still
teams will
round one.
get better.
Yeah, I think Tigers will get better too. I really rate him. And when John Bateman comes back as well, it's massive in for him.
Yeah, they're saying round 3, round 4.
Round 3, I miss him, bro. I love him. He's one of my favourites. All right, let's get into the player of the round. Who's the player that you just love to see this round?
Look, Adam Reynolds was just so good to watch, man.
He was unbelievable for me
I
too.
was say, yeah, Adam Reynolds or good old Mark Nichols, but no, Adam Reynolds, bro. He was surgical.
Yeah, I think
and
for
won
me,
him the game.
I think for me as well, Adam Reynolds definitely. He won him the game. Game management was perfect, and that's all. But I love watching a number 7 do his thing. Like I love watching Cleary when he's at his best. It's just the best footy for me. So he's my player of the round. So we're agreeing on this both same. Yeah. Okay. Fraud of the round.
Look,
this is a new segment we've introduced from the EPL.
I'm split between two men, Mitch Moses and Matt Burton. Both had the worst games of their career or worst games for their team.
I'm going to take the Burton one. You can take
I'm going to take the Moses.
Why Moses?
Yeah, he was just couldn't get anything right. Not a single kick touched grass. Just went straight to the winger or straight to the fullback. He just missed a couple field goals.
Should have iced the game off too.
Man, it just wasn't. It wasn't his day, bro.
Yeah, it's not your day.
And Matt, come on, man.
Yeah.
2 kicks out on the fall.
Let me take that one, Matt Burton. I love you, brother. I'm your biggest fan. I really am. And I don't care about this one game. It's fine. I know you'll bounce back. I know how good you are. But, man, I'm going to have to agree. Because when you're that good, I think the highs are the highs and the lows are the lows. So you got to accept them as they come.
Yeah.
I love you, bro. Listen, we're going to get better. I know you. I trust in you. I'm throwing the money at you. I know you can do this. But, yeah, definitely had a bad game out on the full. Not taking not responsibility. That's a big word. Not taking control of the attack as he should. And just when he did, he just never went his way. So I think he'll bounce back. But yeah, that one hurts me to say, bro. It really does. It really does. But we have to talk, bro.
Hurt us to watch, bro.
Yeah, but we have to speak our mind. That's what we're here to do. No one offended. Game of the round.
I'm probably gonna go with the the Broncos Penrith game.
Broncos Penrith. So you're kind of the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a beautiful game. I think that was the best game.
The last game was a smoky. I enjoyed that last game.
I think that was the best game of the round, bro. Penrith and Brisbane, especially against the odds. Penrith, they're always good at home. Brisbane defending like it was bloody state of origin. Game 3, games on the line.
Champions, bro.
Champions. All right, let's get into next week's round. Let me just pull them up here, and this will be the last part of the episode. All right, round 1. Let's storm quickly. Penrith and Souths at Penrith's home ground.
I heard the Trolls potentially out.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's doubtful that I think he could be injured.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Isaac Thompson under the high ball. I feel like Penrith probably bounce back.
By
both, I want to say probably by 8.
Yeah,
they're both very good teams. It's early on in the season, so I don't really know.
Right.
But I'm gonna go with Penrith because they just seem to have South's number recently.
And they have to back it up too.
And I feel like they're gonna be G'd after losing last game. They're gonna be pumped.
That's right. All right, Penrith Rabbitohs. I'm gonna go Penrith by 8 as well. Maybe 6 to 8. Exact same thing as you said. I think they're gonna have to bounce back, and why not against the South Sydney Rabbitohs? All right, Parramatta Friday night, which is the first game. Parramatta Cronulla, absolute banger. Can I get an answer? Is Nico Hines playing?
No,
still out.
Okay,
calf strain. That's a big loss.
Yeah, but Trindle did very well last week.
Yeah, I actually like him, bro, man. I don't mind him, man.
Good player,
He's pretty good, bro.
Dude, those 4, this is gonna be a big battle, man.
The packs.
Both big packs, big backs that like to help out. Dude, Hamlin Uele was so good on the weekend. It's so hard to pick. If they had Hines,
pick one, yellow.
I'm gonna go Para.
Para boy. Go Para?
Yeah, just go.
Right, I'm going to go Para.
Para 1 to 12, bro.
Yeah,
I just feel like they're going to bounce back. Where's it at? Bankwest?
It's at Combank,
I expect.
Yeah. So I'm going to go for Para Cronulla. I'm going to go Para as well. Very tight game. I'm probably going to say 2 to 12 points. All right. Brisbane. Oh, the Brisbane derby. Brisbane and Cowboys.
Far out. That's tough. I'm going to... I don't know, man. I'm going to go Cowboys, dude.
Okay.
They play really quick. I know. The first half they were so good. I think they won both times last year as well
against them. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Cowboys, dude.
All right, I'm gonna say this is very interesting. Cowboys, Brisbane versus Cowboys. I'm gonna go Golden Point. Adam Reynolds slots it in. They're gonna win by 1.
It's gonna be a mad game, bro. Definitely watching that one.
I can't wait to watch. Roosters Warriors, Allianz Stadium.
Oh man. The Warriors over the last...
the Roosters still missing a lot of players. Brendan Smith's back. Well, he's played, Manu's back, I think, this week.
Oh, okay. That's a big change.
And Warren Hargreaves?
Because they were just spamming that. Man, I'm gonna go with the Roosters. I just can't see them getting upset 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go Roosters 13 plus on this one. Dolphins in Canberra. That's another good game, bro. They're playing at KO Stadium, which I believe is Dolphins' home ground. Another win.
Yeah.
Raiders can't handle the heat twice in a row.
I don't know where KO Stadium is, so I'm just gonna say it's it might be,
Brisbane, but I don't know if it's that.
Because they played at Suncorp last week. So, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go Redcliffe because, there's
stuff momentum.
intensity their forward just were so good last week. I'm not too sure about the Raiders, especially with Sebastian Chris at fullback.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
And no Rapana. I feel like they're losing a bit.
I'm gonna go Raiders by 6, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Redcliffe.
I think they're gonna get the win.
I reckon Redcliffe 13 plus, bro.
Nice call, not bad. Melbourne Bulldogs.
Oh god.
Let's go, man. Pull your balls on the table, my brother.
Nah, man. I'm never tipping the Dogs again. I tipped them last week. Never again. I'm cursing them every week. I know that I don't have Munster. I know that I have players. I don't care. I'm tipping Melbourne.
All right,
in Melbourne. I'm not. Listen, you're never gonna know what I truly think now. Because as much as I think we can bounce back and we can beat the Melbourne team, I'm just not gonna pick them because if I pick them, then everyone's gonna laugh at me and then they're gonna lose because I cursed them. So I'm gonna test it this week. I'm gonna tip Melbourne, regardless of what I think. It's Melbourne, dude. We just can't beat Melbourne the last 5 years.
Bogey team.
We used to there was a period where we were their bogey team, not anymore, dude.
Not anymore. All right, listen to me right now. Bulldogs are going to win this game 13 plus. Clip it, do whatever you want with it. Bulldogs are going to beat Melbourne by 14. It's not going to be like a 20, whatever. I think it's going to be a tight game, but towards the end they're going to edge it.
I'm hoping, bro. If we win this game, I'm tipping the other team every week.
Okay, beautiful.
If we lose, then I know I don't curse them. So this is a test.
Listen, the last 2 games of the round: Tigers, Newcastle. Quick stuff.
Tigers, bro.
Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to smash them up the guts.
I'm going to go Tigers by 10. Something
right
like that.
Up the guts, bro.
Buy anything you want to put a margin on it?
Yeah, 13 plus.
13 plus. All right. Dragons, Titans.
Titans, bro.
Titans? I'm going to go Titans by 6.
I'm going to go Titans 13 plus.
Okay, well, that's fair
Dragons,
and Manly get the bye.
Manly get the bye.
Tom Boys gets to rest
They're
them
a good team, bro. They're a good team.
They get to rest them hammies. All right, guys, thank you for...
Yeah, I didn't give Manly too much credit, but they were played very well on the weekend.
I think they played better.
They deserve a rest, bro.
I think they played better off our mistakes, bro. But that's been episode 2. Thanks for tuning in to League Lads. We love you all. Let us know what you think about everything, and we love you, man. Let's go.